I just making tea, but oh God, very difficult for me to get up. And the other day, after that abuse and all came up from me, very bad. I went to Christian Prince's live stream after that with Colt Hofer. I cannot tell you what I think. I felt that Christian Prince was talking about, like he doesn't, have time for people who abuse bad, use bad. I feel like abuse badly, abusive people. And then when I was coming here, same here at the sink, uh, and they were trying to tell me that no, Christian Prince is not talking about you, right? Very bad abuse they do, and all this. So I think the Christians, ex-Muslims, or now the Shias sympathizers, although Christian Prince I know, but you see by giving these one or two, or like shouting and saying these Shias are liars, the worst liars, like Christian Prince was doing. I also don't have time for such people like Christian Prince, shouting, Shias are the worst liars, and giving some hadiths from them, which interpolation has come in all hadiths, not in the Quran ayahs, but the hadiths, right? Of the Imams too. Shia hadiths. So I feel there's a very cunning person behind all this. Like Colt Hofer knew my case. And recently I was in that devilish, I'd become a monster. Something triggered what Mickey Malik had said, the way he greeted me, and that thing. So I am doing exorcism from another now, prayers. I cannot see because my enemies are everywhere around on YouTube. Oops, what am I doing? We have put the milk. Yeah, so they want to defeat my purpose. I don't know what it is, but I really feel, I sense, like that's one day I asked Christian Prince, are you a Shia? Because he sounds like someone I've known. And you see, even Salahuddin came here. Whether he is a Sunni or a Shia, I cannot tell. Salahuddin, in one of the live streams, came here earlier on today, that saying that, extremism, it's good, this is against extremism if you're trying to stop extremism. But there are, majority of Muslims are, and what? So, I can't complete, they're very clever, they know how to talk, the public speakers. Christian Prince, Salahuddin, knows how to put comments here, where to steer it, where to lead me to, and they know that they will be leading me to that. I will not be able to ignore their comments. They know my psychology. Very, very clever people. Very, very clever people. So I haven't even shared this on my profile. They're trying to, Colt Hofer knew that I was in that momentum. There's something for ages it's got to me. They're only worried about extremists, not Shias. Like, I'm after the truth. I have no agenda here. I don't call Muslims donkeys. I don't know when I will call that if I'm possessed or something. Like Christian Prince does potatoes and this. So I'm not rude like Christian Prince is. I mean, if he considers himself to be very, decent. He's not, right? They do bully, like Sam Shamoun and all. He's a bully. So this now Colt Hofer, he could be a Shia in Canada for all I know, because he didn't speak to me on this Facebook Messenger when there is this. Why did he not speak to me? So these Shias are also very clever. I feel there's this cleverness in them. I'm going to prove Shia Islam wrong. This is what I'm proving. This is what. But I don't want to. I don't want this to get in the way. But they are. They're trying to, because you see, I've been possessed by some energy. It's been since childhood, making me angry and all this. And I have to explain it on my channel at least, because these obstacles are created by these Shias, I sense. Although Christian Prince, you see there, who will pay attention to what Christian Prince is saying against Shias? Like there was this one Shia who was there or someone, and so I said, no, don't become a Christian, don't become a Christian. They break them and then they make them Christians. I at least don't do this kind of a low. At least okay, I'm possessed, okay? There's this energy that wants me to get into trouble. And it doesn't make me behave the way I want to, with good manners and very understanding and all this. But in the end, I hope my purpose is that you see that I don't want to break you to make you into something, but to see your true self in yourself. What the polity is, those masters like true masters who have pointed it out. You might need idols. You might need something, but if even a stone you worship can lead you to your self-realization, and from that self-realization that I cannot show you right now, but just point to you like Muji has been pointing to, and or if your heart is that you go to Bhakti Marga, you go to Bhakti Marga. But then there, at least the disciples have said that we all have doubts because we haven't been to Vaikunta. We've asked Paramahamsa Vishwananda, but in that every moment, sometimes there is a doubt comes in that we haven't reached that blissful Vaikunta paradise or heaven. That's the Vishnavite's heaven. So, but whatever it is, whether Vishwanite, what I get from Paramahamsa Vishwananda, his disciples, but I feel a true person, I'm for the truth. So I may disagree to some things of theirs also, the Vishwanites. I'm not here for you to worship me as Radha Rani or anything, right? Or as a master, like the Vishwanites. Because sometimes even Paramahamsa Vishwananda has tried to defeat my purpose. So it's like very, very cleverly done. I cannot tell you. Like, love not at first sight, but love for human beings, I think it's greater than love for Allah. Right? I mean, what I mean is, if you love Allah, but you don't love human beings, then what are you? You're just loving the power, not the worth. Have you ever loved? You will never be able to love an imperfect thing. If you love Allah, the perfect, or you love Krishna or Radha Rani, even in that. So, let me collect myself to tell you something. I feel there's a agenda going on against me here on global media. They know they're very, very clever. Right? They're very clever people. CP Christian Prince, Colt Hofer. Right, so, uh, so Colt Hofer came right when I thought they were trying to punish me more. And then Hindu Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji videos uploaded that yes, you should be stern, punish the person. Like they were being paid or I don't know what, or some higher authorities, you know, telling them against me. I felt even the Hindu gurus, videos coming. So I was told by my aunt that there's someone who is after us. She wants us to become bad. You know, she's very cool. The person who is doing this to us doesn't, won't slip, won't say a bad word. But she wants us to, and she's got a remote control in her hand. Like when she wants the fight to happen in the house, us getting angry, misunderstandings happening, anger to know. And that was happening. My aunt said she found out, but she couldn't tell us because, you know, then we would suspect her. So it was very difficult to even stop a domestic violence fight, this and that. So the person behind it doesn't doesn't slip, cannot be caught. Let me tell you how. Like I'm about information. I still went to Christian Prince after being timed out because I asked him. I told him I know you are a Shia, right? So now you see, like Salahuddin said, yes, for extremism we should do this. The way he put it, I can't put it in his words. But I'm not only doing this for against extremism, I'm doing this for the sake of the truth, for truth's sake. But there are obstacles. I will get angry. I don't know. I'm not that great also. Like maybe if you even go to the Urdu speaker, Sahil ex-Muslim, or even Adam Seeker. But even Adam Seeker, the Christian, he says bad words. So from there, what about if Christian Prince was talking, you know, giving it to people like, because I'm not well, my condition and all this, then his own Christian ex-Muslim, Adam Seeker, in Urdu, the bad words he's used. If a Muslim asks him too many questions or goes on one thing too much, then he starts to say, Maki, he said something like that, very bad words. And Sahil won't stop him. Some time ago, I used to go there. And my thing is that once I realized that, so even Sam Shaman, like, abusing me, is a Christian. At least, like, you are not mad, you are not insane. I'm talking about my case here every now and then. So I don't have any emotional investment or prejudices, emotionally blackmailed into this religion, Shia Islam, or indoctrinated as one God, Sunni Islam, or Salafi, or Wahhabi. I don't have that. Or Christian, because Christians, I heard, or somewhere I read, are investing a lot in this, or Shias, you know, and the eloquence of Shias is amazing. I mean, we used to think the eloquence of this Quran book was amazing. And so, you know, there is a person in India who's like this. He talks about Maulana, someone, sorry, but like he talks about the eloquence of the not only the what recently Salahuddin came here and said about the recitation of the Quran, but the eloquence of the Quran. Like what, for example, are there more? Like, are there more? Hell will ask, are there more? This is and the miracle of the Quran and the eloquence that you can't beat this Quran ayats in any way. So this is there. So please be. Anyways, I've said I had to bring this out. I don't know. There's too much on me. I came here like, you see, the mind just pulled, got me restless. I just left my tea being boiled, tea water being boiled in the kettle. I can't afford this to come here again. I've been here. My side is hurting. I'm pale as ever, hurting. I don't know what it is. So, oh my God, it's just so. I don't know who. I haven't even been able to recheck my live stream with Colt Hofer when I got really, really angry. What actually was he trying to say? So he would know that I hate dishonesty. It triggers something in me, right? And I felt like, was he saying, I can't check that live stream? I'm not able to recheck. Sometimes I can't hear the voice of someone who's been, bad with me or something. I'm that sensitive. Whereas a Christian prince can take them or something like this. So I don't know what tomorrow, even today, like, I don't know how many, I can just feel that bad feeling. Already, there's a lot of enemies, and I feel alone, and I feel like I'm struggling here with my last ounce I've given, and it's giving, keep giving. So I'm the kind of person who, bleeding. It's true, I'm bleeding from inside, but I come here to defend myself because I'm giving you what, not like Christian Prince, like giving some of the, interpolated, we would say, even ridiculous and kitabs, books of Shias, authentic books, sayings of Prophet, Imams. So I don't know. And I saw some real hidden dishonesty, like they would not bring out the Christian thing. You see what Christian Prince does. He would time you out. He would not, they don't see their Christian books. They are not perfect, I found. But so I think they've been made by the Shias or someone. Or, some Christians, like, we all had to get together at one time. But now it's become like an agenda, like they don't want us, someone like me. So I'm dying over, but someone like me to show against Shia Islam academically. All my sympathies for the Shias who have been persecuted, this, that, and in minority in Pakistan, elsewhere. They've been discriminated against, they've been harassed. And even on social media, like, why do you say, Ya Ali Madad, and this and that? And be sure that I don't want to encourage that at all. I condemn it completely. Not one harassment. So I want to shut the Sunni Shia both down. Sunni also who do this harassing on social media against Shias. This is not my purpose to encourage them in any way. I condemn it completely. I condemn it. Keep your religion personal. About this, don't go harassing. Don't go harassing Ismailis even, uh, like that. On social media even. On their pages, on their groups, on Facebook, on the channels, YouTube. But there was one Facebook of the Ismailis. They brought out what the Sunnis were saying against them, Muslims, non-Shia Muslims were saying. So that's why at that time I was like, someone had just stopped me. I couldn't say, I would say, like, look at yourselves. But since the Ismaili page brought it out, we were like quiet. They were going so fast, the Sunni Muslims, on that against Ismailis, that I couldn't even type. I was like, oh God, they're too fast for me. So I couldn't defend the Ismailis. Like, don't say this thing against Ismailis. When the Ismaili themselves had shared that, were sharing that live stream that was coming on YouTube or somewhere, on their Facebook page or group, you see? So we just let it be, like we listen. Like I was looking, okay, the Smileys, are they saying anything? Not many were saying anything. And then I said, okay, let's be patient and listen. Because we have been patient in listening to the Muslims against us. So we felt that, now, at least this also, that if you want to have your say against it, but don't kill. Like, yes, let's make this thing where you have your say, bash the Ismaili Imam on social media, but don't go bashing him physically. Bash the Ismailism, but don't go bashing the Ismailis, killing them like you did in Pakistan, 52, 55 of them, shooting them, you know. So that, what can I do if the Imam says, well, they can, they've always said, they've said mostly the Shia 12ers have covered the Ismailis because the Sunnis somehow come after us because we openly, sometimes they know that we don't like the Shias actually, when I was a Shia. So, this thing about the Sahaba problem, hypocrisy. And we say that they were enemies of Islam and they were enemies of Prophet Muhammad. So, Prophet Muhammad, take Prophet Muhammad as an umbrella. Okay, so this. So now, if a new Muslim comes and he's not shown his sympathies for me and my case and all this, I may not get angry at him as much as I would get angry at Salahuddin. Salahuddin keeps coming here and I would just time him out if I see that he's going off topic, and or maybe allow him. It depends on how I'm feeling. But I think I should allow the new Sunni Muslims. If I come with a challenge for you, come hit me, do what you like here, because it's better than killing and burning people to death or lynching, mobbing, mob killing, hitting, what you did to Mashal Khan. And what you did against Junaid Jamshed, that poor guy made one mistake against, you don't even see Surah Tahrim ayat where Allah has said against the wives. They, wanted to go after Shaheed Junaid Jamshed, their own person. Oh, he was not a Shia. He was from Deobandi. He made a mistake. Then he said, I didn't mean to say this. He came, he said, मैं हाथ जोड़ के, I would apologize. He made a video or something. Still, some people got him at the airport, started to run after him. I saw that. It was like, I don't know what it was really. Is it true? Like people racing towards, running after Junaid Jamshed to hit him. for a mistake he made. He didn't intend to say anything disrespect against Hazrat Aisha. So this also, I really don't know, but so I have all these. I just have a feeling that Colt Hofer, some Shias are also behind this. That you know, but now in Iran, I'm not an American agent. Neither am I a Jewish agent. Neither am I a polytheist Hindu agent. I'm not a raw agent, right? And neither am I for the Hindus in the sense that unjustifiably, or for the Jews unjustifiably, or for the Christians unjustifiably, or against the Sunnis. Look, I'm here for the truth, please. And as I was doing the Chinese, oh yes, I have to say this, I couldn't come, even now, last night. Uh, so some things are coming to me that people should not have RAM on her. But I couldn't think, like I couldn't come earlier on for my live stream because I couldn't even think. There was so much inside of me, like, and I could, my privacy has been violated, not for like several days, but years now, that, I can't open my eyes. Sometimes I want to look at the raw eye protection. I would have to gaze at that because they made me gaze at the wall when it started and it became really terrible. And I feel the principle in me, and sometimes a man and all this, and the beard and the stubble, the man's face and all this. So please, you know what? I have been sleeping with the enemy. And in this weakness, I call out to my mummy, and I want to hug my mummy, but I can't because the man stubble's face comes in, and things like that come in. So I have to say this. Do you know what I've been going through? It's not for 1 or 2 days. Since year 2000 somewhere, early year 2000, they got my this, and what they did to me, I was laughing at first because it's very ticklish. Then I realized, oh my God, this is getting serious. And like when I come out of when I go for if I look at like in front of me, the drawers, what is this? Buttons or what? This thing, right? To open the drawer. It's like, what do you call them? Yeah. So, I feel like someone's watching me. Not only this, but if I'm reading something, if I'm writing something, for how many years I just left it alone. I wouldn't write in my diaries. Now even, like have you ever done, go to ping pong, this game on, the popping up like this. I would hold the Quran, and as my fingers would be around the Quran, see like someone watching me through my fingernails, tips of my fingers. Now even someone is watching me. I don't know who it is. It's a man. I know it's a male, and he's been here. It's like a ghost or a spirit or some man who is outside. Maybe he's a man, and he's got that power. Like Professor Moyes, there's something like distance mind control, hypnosis, distance hypnosis. Have you heard of that? What is Silva mind? So it's a lot of pressure on me, and I was such a Heratmand girl. Like for against myself, I wouldn't stop, but some boy or molesting me. But respect the women, girls, there is their honor, like that, right? So they found the weakest point of a woman in year 2000, and they got me. My privacy violated in the bathroom. Like, I'm covering my, how can I have to? Sometimes I just leave it. I said, don't groom yourself, don't do anything. Uh, like that, or going in the shower. It's very difficult for me. In that Colt Hofer and all that, right? They knew when to get me, because I had come live stream that I had done this to what I said to Malik Salad, and Colt Hofer knows that I can't go for his daughter. I'm crippled here. That's why the weak person will shout out and all this. A very clever person, it's like provoke and accuse. Provoke and, oh, she's threatening me. She's going to come after my daughter. Goldhofer knows. Come on, you're not pretending that you don't know where I am. I mean, there are times when it shows Dubai here on my, here, right? Mobile. When I go down search engine. Come on, don't, इतना बेवकूफ़ समझा है क्या? इतना pretend करते हो तुम लोग? So very clever, very cunning people, I must say. Liars, dishonest to no end. Like shameless, they don't know. And I feel this world is full of them, even in Shia Islam. So मजलूम अगर ज़ैनुल आबिदीन था तो मजलूम वो हुए थे. हुए इब्न अख्ताब मजलूम. मजलूम वो सफिया बिन्त हुए थी. You don't want to look at Ibn Ishaq. You've got people like the Kashmiri Muslims against the Hindus. You see, you have that. Shaitan has given you that sympathy. You can call for sympathy. And then the Christian and Shias are very close in Holy Family and all this. My Christian teacher told me that she's a half Shia, half Catholic. So the Christians would like to help the Shias against all this harassment and terrorism. But who is there for me? And then recently Colt Hofer did the most amazing, cunning thing I have ever come across. What was he trying to say? And dishonesty too, that very clever and dishonesty. So don't get like the crying of the Shias and Hussein saved you. You're going to. No, there's a time in my Shia Islam where I cannot now speak too much about it, but the books that I was reading, American and Western books, then I saw that some Maulana Sahib in our Imam Barka was saying that your enemy is not outside, like there's no enemy outside, the enemy is inside. Make yourself a friend, this and that, be your own friend. Use like Western books. But actually, what Ahle Bayt have done is the whole world is enemy. Kafir, don't listen to these songs because these songs, drug addicts, I mean, you're giving money to drug addicts. Yes, that was the awareness we were, brought to. And all this, so I was like praising my Ahlul Bayt that when you even buy anything, just see where your money is going. Is it going to a drug addict who is in the band? What is, what drug addicts can do? Where's the money going? And all this. So that's why Elabeth, we were told, it's believers. Always help your believers, the Shias. So this also, that we can't have pubs, uh, uh, we can't use balls, having balls. What do you call that? Dancing, and then get money. And how many people will go for the balls dance? What do you call them? Many people. So the Christians can, have a ballroom dancing, and then they can take the money. They can have. We can also have the carnivals. Carnival is okay, but we can't have music in the carnival. Excuse me. So, like I was like, yes, the Muslims, they can't do this. The money doesn't come from there. It can't come from there. Help the Shias. How am I going to help the Shias? I'm amazed, like how the Shias have survived. Our money cannot come from dancing, dancing, and having a ball. Let's have a dancing ball thing, and then what do you call it? And then collect the money for our charity institution, organization. We can have wine, we can have alcohol. We can't. You can have that. Even Christians can have that, but we can't have it. We can't have modeling. Like, let's have modeling, collect money for our Shia organ. We can't do that. So I've contemplated, because I had to be bedridden for a long time. Most of the day bedridden, whether I went after the butterflies in the garden in Karachi, or I couldn't organize myself, and then come back and just out of puff and puff, tired, headache, nagging headaches, then severe headache. It would turn into a terrible headache in the night time or day. Then being so much, I don't want to talk about it too much, go into detail right now. Ouch. Sometimes you see my hand goes up and I don't want to put it down, and it's like someone has to help me. Ouch. So it's really terrible. And yeah, I have to bring my case out, though I don't want any sympathies. I wish I was self sufficient, because this world is such a brutal, unjust world. They just, So if my accent goes a little better, then there we go, mocking gesture, and like that. Or if my voice is a little better here, or if you admire, something, my accent becomes a little bit British style, like that, mocking comes up. Here, I can, in this whatever you say, it's a brain damage, or what dopamine is less, or what I've had to face. I need a break here.